Hey guys, it's Albert. How you doing today? Today is Monday. It's a Monday evening. It was the eclipse today, and we got to see the eclipse today. We had those special glasses, and wow, that was really cool. It was like something that something you never see before in your life. It looked so cool. It was like really weird looking, but interesting stuff, guys. Too bad everybody couldn't see it. You know what I mean? I wish everybody would have been able to see it. Hold on, I just want to adjust this camera a little bit. Just get it into the right mode area. There we go. But anyway, it was really cool, and it's supposed to be a day of happiness, a day of calm, a day of gratefulness, a day of understanding, loving. A day of self-reflection. Okay, today was an unbelievable day. I felt a little weird, a little different. Today I guess felt a lot of energy, felt a lot of spiritual energy, which was good. It kept me in a good mood. Actually a really excellent mood most of the day today. Had a little problem with the car. It didn't even affect me. It didn't bother me. The gas tank wasn't open, So we'll go to the gas station and have to press the little gas door, I guess, the gas tank door. You have to press it and then it pops open. The guy's pressing it. We were trying to press it. We couldn't get the door open. So I had to bring the car in. And they had to give me a loaner car and everything. And they said some actuator or something like that was broken. But whatever. It didn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Not even one iota. Not even one iota. But today I wanted to really talk to you. It's a beautiful day with this eclipse to talk about astroplaning and what astroplaning is about in a meditation. Like when you could go down and meditate, you can astroplane up to other dimensions. You could astroplane into the universe. Maybe you could go meet up with your custodian, see your angels, your archangels, things like that when you astroplane. And believe me, guys, it's possible, very, very possible, because I've seen it hundreds of times. So I know, okay? And when you get to understand more and more about spirituality, you get to understand more and more about who you are and how you project forward and how you project out your mirror image, so to speak. You'll see that your vibrations are different. Now, when your vibrations are different, that allows you to go to other frequencies in other dimensions also. So when you go down to meditate and you're really deep into like almost a theta state of mind, because there's different states of mind, okay, in your resting consciousness and your unconsciousness, okay? When you get into certain levels of depth in your unconscious mind, you could go wherever it is that you would like to go, guys. Wherever it is that you would like to go. I'm going to tell you a story. Now, I hope you believe this story because it's 100% true, okay? Any story that I ever tell or anything that I ever say about something that happened is totally 100% correct. Okay, there's no second guessing or whatever. If you want to believe it, you believe it. If you don't, that's up to you. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, here's an example of astroplaning or moving your soul or spirit someplace where you want to go. Okay. So I was in a meditation. My daughter was pregnant, and I think she was about 8 months pregnant at the time. Close to 9 months, I believe it was. And I said, you know what? I think I would like to go. I'd like to see the baby. You know what I mean? I wanted to see the baby. So I go into a deep meditation. I go into, and I'm basically almost into like this. It might have been a little bit deeper than theta. I wasn't into delta because I was still aware. So I wasn't into delta, but I was into theta. Let's just say theta or beta, maybe a beta state. I could have been in too. And then off I go. And now I go inside, and I'm looking at the baby, and I'm seeing the baby, and now the baby's face is so close to me, like this, and the baby's face was like this. So I said to the baby, I said, what's the matter? You don't want to show me your eyes? I said to him, you don't want to open your eyes and show Grandpa your eyes? Now, telecommunicating with my grandson. He's not even born yet, okay? He did not want to show me his eyes. So I said, okay. I looked at his whole body. Everything looked okay. I didn't see anything that was, everything looked fine, The water in the sac was a little bit on the redder side though, so I didn't understand that though. Because I don't know anything about pregnancies or anything like that. I never read up on it, or the sac and the water in the sac and all of that. I never did any studying on that, but I seen that the water was a little red, which I said, okay, it's probably normal. You know what I mean? So anyway. Then everybody's saying when the baby's going to be born and this and that, and I say the baby's going to be born 11/11, okay? So what happens? The baby's born 11/11, like I said, okay? And then when the baby came out, I wish I could show you a picture, guys. I wish I could show you a picture. As soon as the baby came out, you had to see the picture. It was exactly what I seen. His face was like this in the picture. He had the little blanket on. I wish I could show you the picture. I don't know how to work this camera, though I could go into showing pictures and things like that, but I do have a picture of it. And I freaked out, man. Oh my God. When I seen that picture, I freaked out. Because that's exactly the way the baby looked. Exactly the way the baby looked. So that's just an example. Now, I've gone other places. I could tell you other stories, but I'll just leave you with that story, okay? But you could astral plane when you go into a very deep meditation. Just before you go into your meditation, go in with an intention. Okay, go in. When I went into that meditation, I went into the meditation with the intention of astral planing or going into human bodies and seeing, seeing things and, stuff like that. Like, seeing their organs, seeing their body and seeing everything about them, okay? Which I do, okay? That's why when I tell people stuff, they look at me like I have two heads on my shoulder, but there's nothing that I can do. I can only tell you, like I told some guy that he needed to go get his heart checked like twice already, you know what I mean? So I'll never say it again because he never asked me about anything. But I told him he needs to go get his heart checked, but he just discarded what I said, you know what I mean? But, and he never really asked me about it, so I didn't get into it with the person. I just said, I think that you should go to see a doctor and make sure that everything is okay with your heart. That's it. Understand? But there's a lot of other stories that I could get into, but that's not why I'm doing the video. The reason why I want to do the video is I want to teach you guys how to do it, because we all have the capacity. Every single one of us on this planet has the capacity to travel wherever you want to go in this world. You go with your mind. You could go wherever you want, guys. Okay, you want to see somebody's not doing well in your family, or something's happening or whatever, and you want to go and check it out and see what's going on with them. You could do that. You have to remember one thing, the most important thing, that I told you in the video that I made before is that you have to believe. Now, you might say, Al, you're out of your mind, Albert. You're out of your mind. No, I'm not out of my mind. I'm not out of my mind. I'm teaching you how to use your mind. You understand? But that's the societal norms, is that people will say, you're out of your mind. That's societal norms. Those are the norms, when the norms should be that we can go wherever we want and do whatever you would like to do. That should be the norm, because that's what God has given us. God has given us that. This computer of ours, this mind of ours, strongest computer in the world, in the universe. God gave us this for a reason, to see how far we're going to use it, how far we're going to take it. That's why you hear stories of people that heal themselves, stories of people like Joe Dispenza that got out of a wheelchair that was crippled. Stories like people that were blind could now see again. Stories of people traveling to other places without them even moving. They stay right here, but they could travel anywhere that they want to go, if they want to go see somebody or whatever it is. It's all real, guys. It's all real. It's just understanding how to use your mind to go into other dimensions. Parallel dimensions. We have so many parallel dimensions. You're living in other dimensions. You live in other dimensions. Now, let's give you an example of that, okay? So you guys can understand, okay? All right, let's say you just came back from shopping. You just went shopping. Took everything out of the car, you brought everything into the kitchen, you put everything down, you got your keys, you throw your keys down. You know what I mean? And now you're starting to put everything away. You're like, oh my God, I forgot something in the back seat. Whatever. You forgot a bag or whatever in the back seat. So now you're looking for the keys. You're like, oh my God, where's the keys? I just put the keys. Where's the keys? You're looking for the keys. You're moving bags. You're moving all kinds of stuff. You can't find the keys. So you go out to the car, but you know that you just put the keys down with the bags. But you don't see it. It's not there. So you go out to the car's locked, there's no keys, and now you come back, and you're looking, and all of a sudden, there's the keys, sitting right there, right in front of you. Now that is another dimension, okay? And don't think that objects can't go into other dimensions, because objects vibrate. Everything vibrates in this world. I don't care what it is. These glasses vibrate. This chain, this thing vibrates, this metal. Okay? My Metatron cube. Love this Metatron cube. Keeps me so in tune with the earth. It's great. But that's another dimension. So you have to understand that if everything vibrates, then everything could move. It's liquid. It's just vibrating at different frequencies. Just like us, we're vibrating at a frequency that makes us human. Okay, this book vibrates at frequencies, makes it this. Metal, whatever it is, guys, it doesn't matter. So these things could travel the same way you can into other dimensions where you won't even see it, but yet you thought you put your keys down right here. You did. You put your bags down and you put the keys down and you started putting things away. And you probably seen the keys 6 times while you were putting the things away with your peripheral vision or whatever, But now, as soon as you go to look for it, they're gone. You understand? So they moved. So now if that could move into another dimension, why can't you? You could go wherever you want, guys. Go wherever you want. Now, if you want, listen to Dolores Cannon. Go on YouTube or maybe buy some of her books, guys. Her books are amazing. 17 books she wrote. Dolores Cannon wrote 17 books. Okay? Why don't you pick up one of her books? Read it. Start getting into it. Maybe you listen to one of her YouTube videos and then start to understand who Dolores Cannon is and what she's done and what she has done on this life's plane. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing. You have no idea. You have no idea what you could do. It's just that everybody's into these patterns today. You know what I mean? Everybody's going, all right, I got to go to work. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to go to shower. I got to get dressed. I got to have my coffee. Got to go to work. Got to come home. Got to cook. Got to clean. You're not understanding who you are. You're not really getting into yourself. Now, some people, will get into a little yoga work or they'll do some meditation work. They're starting to become more spiritual. People that I've been talking to, and I'll tell you, it's the younger generation, what we call the millennials, that are really getting into spirituality pretty deeply. So they're starting to understand what this is all about, guys. Now, the older generation, like my generation, we need to start understanding. But for me to talk to a 65-year-old or a 50-year-old, you know what I mean? It's like talking to a dead horse, basically. They're like set in their ways. They don't want to change. They don't want to open up their minds. They're too closed. You know what I mean? When I talk to them, they think like they must think, this guy's out of his mind. But they don't understand the knowledge that has been taught to me and that has been given to me, because God has given me a lot of my knowledge. God gives me all my knowledge, basically. Not just this book. Yeah, I read this book, yes. I'm reading this book tonight, and actually I'm reading The Heartbeat of Death. I'm reading on tonight. This is interesting, guys. This is interesting. But you have to understand that you have to take the time out to try to learn. Try to learn, because it can change your life. It can really change your life. You'll heal yourself. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll give thanks more. You'll be very grateful. You won't be greedy. You'll give, you'll receive. You know what I mean? And my lecture that I'm going to do, the first lecture that I'm going to do at the Lifetime Fitness, I'm going to do on giving and receiving. What giving and receiving is all about and how important it is. Because most people don't even understand how important that is. People feel guilty when they have to receive something. They feel guilty. But meanwhile, they don't understand that the person on the other side that's giving wants to give because they want to feel good. So you have to receive. I'm going to do a whole lecture on this, guys. It'll blow your mind, too. Like, you're going to be like, wow, I never thought of it like that. I never thought of that like that. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of times that you could say that to me, too. Oh, I never thought of it like that. No, most people don't think of it like that. Okay, because most people don't get into understanding how far their spirit and soul and how deep it really goes, and what you could really do in your life. You know what I mean? Like I said, societal patterns. It's just everyday life for 99.9% of the people. Well, anyway, guys, learn how to meditate. Learn how to meditate. It's very, very important to meditate. Okay, 10 minutes. Start out with 5 minutes. Start out with 10 minutes. Start out with 20. It doesn't matter. Just lay down. Close your eyes. Listen to a little music if you'd like. You can meditate to music. I meditate to music all the time. Sometimes I just meditate without music. I just sit. Sometimes I meditate on the elliptical. Or I do Qigong work, I'll just meditate doing Qigong work. While I'm doing Qigong work, I'm actually meditating. I'm seeing my whole body, my whole system in perfect working condition, perfect working order. When I do my Qigong, my balancing and Qigong work. And I can teach how to do that too, guys. Maybe we'll do a class on that too one day. That's not too long. It's like a 15-minute class or something like that. But that could also be part of a lecture. Like, I want to include grounding in one of my lectures. I want to include qigong work in one of my lectures. I want to include maybe a meditation in one of my lectures. Understanding how to go inside yourself, understanding what other dimensions are, and things like that. And how, your deja vu is really another dimension, not deja vu. That's just something that somebody made up. Just like time. Time was made up also here on this planet. Deja vu is basically a made up word for traveling to another dimension at a point in your life, in your conscious mind at that particular time. But that's a point in your life or in your previous lives that you were at your conscious mind, but now you're seeing it again now. You understand what I mean? Or you're going back to it, or you're into another dimension with it. So there's a lot of different things that it could be. But that's interesting too, guys. That's interesting to look into. But start to understand that I would like you to start learning about your gifts. That's something that I really want you guys to do. Start learning about your gifts and what gifts you have. The more that you could trust God and the more that you could understand what He's giving you and your synchronicities, you see your synchronicities, you see a lot of synchronicities, you see a lot of things like that. God has given you that. So you have to accept that. And that's why it's so important that I want to do the lecture on giving and receiving, because we're going to get into understanding how God is giving you something. It could be an idea. It could be a thought process, could be a feeling, an emotion, could be knowing that somebody's there or somebody's around or somebody's coming. Could be anything. Could be a synchronicity too. You might see the same number 6 times in a day. That's a synchronicity. So those are the things that you have to look out for once you start to vibrate up higher. And now, excuse me, now let's say you just had a thought about something. Let's say maybe you're getting into a deal with somebody and you were just thinking about the deal, and maybe you were thinking about part of the deal that you really weren't too happy about, and you're thinking, well, you know what, maybe I should really talk to them about this, because I don't think I'm really that happy with this part of the deal. And now all of a sudden you look down, you see 44, or you see 333, or you see 222, or you see 888, or you understand? Now later on in the day you see those numbers again, and then later you see them again. Or you'll see 3 numbers, 333, you'll see a 555, a 444, you understand what I mean? Those are synchronicities. Okay? Now there's other synchronicities too. Another synchronicity would be that you just thought about somebody, and here they go walking through the door right now. That's a synchronicity. Or the phone rings. You pick up the phone, oh my God, I was just thinking about you. Happens so many times to people, they don't even realize that they need to think about what they were just thinking about. Go back into your mind for the 5 seconds or 10 seconds really quick and think about just what where your mind was, because that's how they communicate with us. You understand? That's how they communicate. And they also communicate by what? Ringing. You hear ringing, you hear low volume, like aura, like it's a low volume aura pressure. Okay? You get in your ears. Those are downloads. They're giving you information. It's the same thing as a synchronicity, guys. They're giving you information. You just have to be aware of what it is. Be mindful of it. I'm mindful of it all day long. You understand? And then you think about it. You say, wow, God just gave me that. God just gave me that. So now I know I have to do that. Okay? So listen, guys. Understand, meditation is so important. Meditation is so important, guys. You got to meditate. Meditate. Just do it. Try it. If you have any questions, you want to talk to me about it or anything, just let me know. Let me know. Okay? You know, meditation doesn't mean that you have to lay down, close your eyes, see things and this and that. No, meditation is just laying down, relaxing, okay? And just let your mind go. Just do your nice breathing and let your mind go.
Right.
You understand?
I'm thinking that.
And you could do that. You could do that anywhere. I do it on the elliptical. You can do it anywhere. You could do it walking. I could do it anywhere. That's how tuned I am now. It's been some time now. So the more that you practice, the more it just comes. Understand? The more it just comes. And the more God is going to give you. Okay? That's a perfect song for today. Tears from the Moon, The Eclipse. That's a perfect song. All right, guys. Well, anyway, listen. If you have any questions, you want to talk to me, I'm coming out with that date. We're definitely coming out with that date now. So I got a lot of stuff that I had to work on, starting to come down to an end now. I've been going out of my mind for the last couple of weeks, but it's another story. So much going on, just trying to get things done, you know what I mean? And trying to get deals done and stuff like that. So I've been really pushing and moving, pushing and shaking, you know what I mean? But in any event, you want to talk to me? If you'd like to, ask me a question, please don't be shy, guys. Ask me questions. Come on, ask me questions. All right? All right. Talk to you soon. Have a good evening. Take care.